Alright, welcome back to another Home and Reno series. And this time, I'm not talking about renovation. I'm going to talk about electronics. And one of my frustrations or honest opinion about robot vacuums. So the truth is, I already have one existing robot vacuum. So this is brought by my own money using shopping mall vouchers plus a little bit of crispy items. But the truth is, this is my first time owning a robot vacuum and I have nothing to expect because I don't even have much research. I don't have, I'm not a tech reviewer. I'm a financial content creator. You ask me go and research on this, I really don't know one. So when I was at the electronics store, starting with H, so this salesperson tried to recommend me this specific brand. I also never used like any robot vacuum before. So he mentioned that this brand good. Why? Because it has the highest suction power. Back then it was 11,000 Pascal. Pascal means like the suction power, the higher the better. And I'm very sure that if you have some concepts about physics numbers, usually even like your handheld vacuum, it can go as high as 20,000, but robot vacuum, usually like 10,000 is very good already. So that's what I heard 11,000 Pascal, really very good already. So I just chose this Anyway, I was using shopping mall vouchers to offset most of the cost. And the real reason is because the shopping mall vouchers is going to expire already. So I really have to choose on that day. I cannot choose like go another trip to another store, don't waste time already. Otherwise, the voucher expire, I'm more loogy. So this video is really about my honest opinions about robot vacuums because I've never used them before until I've moved to my new place, which you can see is my new 4-room BTO flat. And really, one of my frustration is that there's so many robot vacuum content out there. Which one is really trustable? In fact, when I read all these, all sound like damn good, like really replace your life. But you never know. Because when I was testing the robot vacuum, firstly, they have to map your house. And the way they map your house is the first important step already. If the map is not correct, then how they're going to clean. So that will not depend on just the hardware of the robot. It also depends on the software. So if you go with all those very cheap options, no doubt the hardware may be okay. But the software, the AI, the automatic robot process is not there. At least that's for me as a non-tech reviewer Anyway, I have to send this bugger for servicing already because I just used less than 5 times already got error. So the error is something like this on the screenshot. It says like the mopping pad keeps getting tangled. I don't know why. I already cleaned already. I already take out this thing, take out, wash and dry and clean repeatedly and still giving me this error. Okay, but at least the good thing is I don't have any hair stuck on this This brush can take out one Usually if you use all those kind of cheap vacuum, the hair will get stuck okay, but this one won't get stuck. At least this is a good point. And then it has this roller brush Then nowadays very common already. The mop pad can extend out to really go to the corner and then mop, right? But I think the only limitation of this is that only the mop pad can move okay. Then this brush the vacuum brush cannot move. It's fixed. It can only rotate. Okay, can only rotate like that. Then nowadays also got the wheels can lift up so you see this wheel, okay, can go up and then go to the curve one. Anyway, I'm not here to live stream this why you like my live stream script Anyway, the truth is I'm going to send this back for servicing, like use less than 5 times. So I'm not very satisfied with this robot So in the meantime, when I was already contacting their customer service, I just got an email from another robot vacuum, and this is this bad boy here called Dreame. And I'm very sure most of you are familiar with Dreame. At least you've seen them on the ads publicized by various content creators or influencers. So today I become like one of them But it's really because the reason my current one malfunction This one is not sponsored one This one really give me problem, which is why I'm very grateful to Dreame to have this opportunity to work with them. So they sent me this Dreame X40 Pro Ultra, which I will unbox and review in this video. And in the meantime, I talk about some of these robot vacuum things Firstly, need to uncrate this Wow, very heavy. And then speaking about robot vacuum, I know some of you, right, you all see the video like got people help you install. For me, nobody help me install one My one is not to the piping one. My one is just water tank because I don't want to do additional pumping like quite complicated. Plus, I don't know the complications First time user of robot vacuum, I still don't know how to expect. But I know that some of you all will have this water pipe, like a washing machine You know, washing machine got inlet pipe and outlet pipe So inlet pipe go into the robot vacuum, the station. Then outlet pipe, they will drain out the water, just like a washing machine. But I don't want to do all this additional plumbing thing very troublesome. But if your home can allow and you really pre-plan, plus you know the height of this and you want to do additional carpentry, Yes, you can do it. Anyway, we slowly unbox these, a lot of things. So like I said, this is the main station of the robot vacuum. That is where your water have to go in terms of a water tank, or if you have an inlet water pipe. So the water, they will pump it to your robot vacuum. Then your robot vacuum clean already, right? Vacuum already, right? Empty the dirty water. Then it will go back to this tank. Then you need to take out the water, the dirty water, and go and empty out. So this is the entire process of a robot vacuum cleaning. Anyway, we take a look at this tank lah. So open up, there is a clean water tank, which is transparent, and then a dirty water tank. This is how you distinguish, okay? Don't put the wrong water, you don't put your clean water in this thing, okay? Black means dirty, white means clean or transparent, okay? And make sure you put in the right place, Don't swap the place, Otherwise, I don't know how your house is going to turn out. Okay, this one done already, I move to the side. Alright, next up, let's unbox the robot itself. So this is ultimately what I guess is the robot lah. The one that will move around and then clean your house one lah. I present to you the X40 Pro Ultra. This is from Dreame X40 Pro Ultra, latest model in Singapore. And wait, let me take some video to show you how it looks like, okay? Remove before use, okay? All these must remove one. I know some of you don't like to peel off the layer like protection, but really it's to dissipate the heat. Okay, here got some AI thing, okay? At the bottom it looks like that. So you see, usually the brush is here, but something different. This time it's like a tri-brush, okay? Tri-brush that looks like that. And this time the vacuuming brush is also like a bit different, Why got two things, Maybe like that can vacuum better, I don't know. And then yes, a pair of liftable wheels that you can see, okay? All these can lift up. Okay, from what I read from the manual, it's like 6 cm. Then this is where you insert the two mop pads lah. This is the movable one, extendable one. Okay, that I better don't touch. And then this one is the fixed one. AI in action, take out. This is likely where the camera is. It needs to sense whether in front there's objects and whether they need to avoid. So another thing about robot vacuum is that not only it needs to know how your house looks like, but what if there are additional obstacles, like sometimes your kids play with the toys, right, anyhow throw, then suddenly got one cable lying around, then got trash, tissue paper, all lying on the floor. How are they going to avoid? This is what I will test in the next upcoming week. And then whatever they say remove before use, you just take out, okay? Otherwise, sure got problem. Then you need to go back to service center, I don't know. Anyway, okay, take out all this trash, Then sometimes they have this safety tab, which you should also take out. Okay, so I take out all the sticker and everything that says remove before use really. Okay, next up, we're going to unbox the rest of the accessory and then see how to fix all of them up. And then later I'll do a small test. This one is a slope for the main station for the robot to, go in. Okay, so it will curve up like that. So then I will just install this thing to my main station. I know y'all cannot see, but y'all know what will happen later. Okay, and then the last box, this is probably the mopping pad really. Very important. Actually, mopping pad is what you need to replace because over time, once you finish your mopping pad, become dirty, become unhygienic. And this is how they earn money replace the mopping pad. Very honest one, like you use your normal mop, also must change, right? Every once in a while. If you don't change, you're just using the same dirty mop over and over again. No, that's my honest opinion. And then something new, I think this is like a dust bag or vacuum bag. It does not exist in my current vacuum. Okay, so this is something new. Later I will check the manual. Oh, and then you have a cleaning brush, okay? So that if there's any obstacles stuck, okay, you want to clean the surface, clean the inside, you can use this, okay? Okay, and then we have the instruction manual and probably the quick start guide, warranty card. I think nowadays no more warranty card already, it's all online warranty. Then you just provide the serial number can already. And then what's this? Is like a multi-surface floor cleaner. So included already lah. Oh yeah, one more thing, robot vacuum can add floor cleaning solution or not. That one, I go research. It turns out that actually it's better not to add. I know some vacuum can add, but most vacuum, especially the lower end one, cannot add that. Because what will happen is that this acidic or chemical water interact with the vacuum may cause malfunction. I say may cause because I'm not a tech person. I don't know how it works. But if it's the same brand one, you can safely use because all this is like tested in their lab really and make sure it works right. Otherwise, how they dare to put inside with this package. Anyway, the last one is the power cord. Power cord, I don't need to explain, but most importantly, if you get from overseas, especially like China, then it's probably you don't have the UK tripping plug for Singapore household. So very important. If you can change the plug, I think it's for your own safety with the earth wire. So sometimes when you buy from overseas, the electric configuration may not be the same as Singapore. So that is where most electronics start to malfunction. Anyway, I'm not an electrical expert. I'm just saying from my own experience. Okay, so everything unboxed ready lah. Then I'm going to install this thing. Firstly, mop pad. 2 mop pads. So how you install it? Okay, so you can see, right, this is the base. All you have to do is magnetic. You just have to clip it in. Okay, one mop pad done, the other one just clip it in also. Very simple one. I think most robot vacuum is like that. Okay, so at the bottom, it is the vacuum brush, the one that spin on. And then, okay, so you see the difference already, right? This one, the vacuum brush is like the Beyblade kind, you know, got curved one. My older one, the existing one is like straight one. So I don't know. It says it work better like that. I still don't know. I haven't tested. Later I test. But actually talk about robot vacuum, the most important thing is the software and the AI lah. After all, it's a robot ma. The hardware good, but the software not good, then you still kena problem. Okay, very important. And most of you, I know you all don't read instruction manual one, but at least read the quick start guide. Very important. You need to at least know how to power and how to on it, right? Make sure it's running. Then all these robot vacuum usually come with their own in-house app lah. You just download the mobile app and then it will guide you through the setup already. Anyway, this is just part 1 of the video, the unboxing. Because I need to test first ma. They just send me only, I unbox, then I cannot just straight away say it's good, right? I haven't even used. So I will test this robot for 1 week and then we'll come back again. Meanwhile, if you want to save money, then you better join the like-minded community of people who also want to save money, especially on how to build your wealth, financial independence. Join us at 18,000 members Telegram group at Harding Money SG, all free. Okay, come and join us like-minded people to build your way to financial independence. Alright, just finished setting up the Dreame X40 Ultra Pro. Okay, and this is how it looks like. So they have the black and gold color elements lah. Main base color is black, and then you have some gold lines and the gold Dreame logo. And first impression look quite nice lah. You see still a LED multi-color one. So I set up everything ready. Later then I will test the mapping out function as well as how it cleans. Okay, just routine cleaning. And just in case you're wondering why is my existing vacuum, it is there. Okay, just lying down there. Sorry, I just now forget to peel away this plastic. So I just peel away and then read the instruction manual. Apparently, this is where you have to add the cleaning solution as well as where the additional dust bag if you want to replace. So you just have to take out this piece of thing, okay, put it aside, and this is where your dust bag is if you need to replace. So just now that one is a replacement dust bag. And then here is where you put the cleaning solution lah. You can see. Open up from here and then this is where you pour it in. Okay, don't put inside the clean water. Clean water is for clean water. Detergent is for detergent. Don't mix up. Like washing machine like that lah. You all know right how to operate washing machine. Exactly the same. Okay, put in the detergent compartment, store it in. Okay, then everything done, put it back. This is how you do it. I'm doing it on one hand a bit inconvenient, but you'll get my point lah. Later I go and test again. Just in case I forget I also have special promo code for you under Shopee. So you all can click on my Shopee link here. Okay, go and check out the Dreame X40 Pro Ultra and then apply this promo code. You'll get some discounts. So if you want to have some huge savings, especially on robot vacuum, like in the market, all very expensive, at least this few $100s can help the discount lah. Okay, we are all about budget, the most value. So remember, click on my link in the description and then apply the promo code to get your discounted robot vacuum for Dreame X40 Pro Ultra. Okay, so 1 week has passed and we are back for the results because I'm very excited to tell you that overall, the experience with Dreame X40 Pro Ultra has been really positive. And let's start with the 3 points that I want to talk about, starting with mapping. And why mapping is really important is that if you don't have a good map, no matter how good is your hardware, no matter how much the suction power is, it's just going to be a mess because your robot vacuum will only be as good as its map. If the map goyak, okay, if the map is wrong, if the map is like not accurate, then how is it going to clean effectively? And I'm proud to say that Dreame X40 Pro Ultra has met the mark. If you look at this map that my Dreame X40 Pro Ultra has met compared to my old robot vacuum, you see the difference or not? This is exactly the layout of my HDB flat that the Dreame has created, but you compare to my old Mac. Wow, what kind of stupid mess is this? It cannot even map, really no use. And the reason why Dreame is able to create such a good mapping is because they have this advanced navigation. So they use like very sophisticated high-end cameras or sensors to really test and map what are the obstacles and where are the spaces where they should clean. And not only this works in mapping itself, it also works in obstacles. Because your house, your home will never be perfect one, right? Not every time it will be at the same place, the same stuff. Things move around, especially if you have kids. You have toys spilling all over. So mapping is the fundamental step of a good robot vacuum. And I'm proud to say that Dreame has done this very well. And in fact, It's very quiet during the mapping phase. It's very fast. In fact, within 5 to 10 minutes, it fully mapped out my house already. Much faster than my old robot vacuum. And truth to be told, Dreame just mapped it out in the first try and it's perfect. Like, I don't need like repeated multiple times to get it perfect. Okay, so one time good one, really good. Alright, secondly, let's talk about the vacuuming power of this Dreame X40 Pro Ultra. It has this anti-tangle side brush. So like I said, it's a spiral version, right? The Beyblade shape rather than a straight shape, right? I'll say a spiral version works better in my point of view because it covers more distance within the same space. And it's designed in this way to reduce any chances of tangle with the side brush, because the thing about vacuum is that it's very irritating when the hair gets tangled with the brush, right? So very important. And you see, right, this robot vacuum, the bottom there is two brush like interlocking with each other one. Usually robot vacuum only got one brush. So very different. At least this one will reduce the number of tangle. Okay, you can see it here. Okay, then I also need to talk about the sensor, right? The sensor I mentioned is like a submarine. So if you have like low hanging furniture, there is space below your sofa or your low hanging tables, right? It can retract just like the submarine scope so that it can go under the bed, under the table, under the sofa, under the cabinet. Make sure that that side is vacuumed. For some other robot vacuums, this camera, this sensor, it needs to be forever fixed there. So there will be a height limit of how high it could go. So I think it's really practical and it is automatic as well. And not only that, in darker spaces, the robot vacuum will actually turn on the light automatically when it senses that it's dark, because you need the light to feed in so they know where to vacuum. And if there's not enough light, don't worry, they'll turn on the light. They can even tell you that, okay, so there's a potential obstacle. So for example, there's a table leg or curtains, where they sense that, okay, this looks like an obstacle and I shouldn't go in. Otherwise, my brush may get tangled or, I may knock into the wall or knock into the leg or something. So that's very good obstacle avoidance there. In case you want to compare, right, this is what my old robot vacuum did to me. You look at this kind of obstacle avoidance, not only it doesn't avoid obstacle, it still can bang to me. I'm the owner, he dare to bang to me. Wow, this robot vacuum really 造反, Really, I cannot stand it. Okay, the third point, let's talk about mopping. So mopping, there are two mop pads. So one of these mop will be extendable to like really mop the corner spaces, make sure everywhere is clean. But you know that for this model, Dreame X40 Pro Ultra, the brush is also extendable and liftable. And that makes things easier, because if you just want to mop, right, you have some coffee stains or liquid stains on the floor, you can just send this robot and you don't have to be afraid that the side brush gets contaminated or dirty, because the side brush, not only the side brush can be extended, it can be lifted, okay? And it can go up and down one. So very good. Left, right, up, down, center, all can, okay? And make sure the brush is not contaminated when you're doing mopping. Very important. So this robot vacuum is like really versatile. Really left, right, up, down, center, all can go anywhere. Make sure every corner of your house is clean one. But I guess the most important thing about robot vacuum that people tend to neglect during their review is obstacle avoidance. How good can it clean is one matter. How good can it avoid obstacle is another matter. Because if you look at my old existing vacuum that I already sent for servicing, it's really a piece of crap. Not only it cannot avoid obstacle, sometimes it malfunction, then sometimes it go and mount curb, then sometimes it will mount the table because it has a slight slope. Dreame don't have this kind of problem. Dreame will sense that the slope is not the place that they can go over, and then they will just back off. Okay, this old robot vacuum not only can mount table leg, it can even mount my leg. Okay, you see this video, scary or not? Treat the owner like that. Can eh? So obstacle avoidance is something that people rarely talk about, but I think it's one of the most important aspects, especially if you're a first-time user of a home robot vacuum like myself. Because no matter how good they clean, if they don't know how to avoid obstacle, sometimes they knock into something, then they spoil easier. Then you need to send for servicing again. Very important. The software is more important than the hardware. Okay, and you don't want to choose a cheap robot where the software is not good enough, the brain is not good enough, the body is okay, the body is very fit, very healthy, but the brain not developed. Cannot control the motion, then anyhow bang here, anyhow bang there, then very fast spoil already. You don't want that to happen, right? So I think if you go with a higher end one like Dreame's X40 Pro Ultra, will be a good option. It's a long-term investment. You pay slightly more, but it's a peace of mind. And I always read on online forums like Reddit, Hardware Zone, all these people talking about no regret home appliances. Robot vacuum is one of them. I didn't agree at all, because my first robot vacuum gave me such a terrible experience. Like I have to micromanage it like a manager, supervise it. I don't even have passive time to do my own thing. I need to watch over it, make sure you don't crush crush my things, knock here and there, and knock things over, and then all the obstacle kena, you know. With Dreame, do have this problem, okay? Dreame really avoid all the obstacle, clean very well, no need my supervision. Now I can save my time and play game, do more work on my next million or something, okay? And this Dreame vacuum has been a lifesaver, and I dare say that it's a no regret home appliance. And I'm saying this as a first time robot vacuum user because I had a prior experience of using my old existing robot that didn't work well at all, you know. Gives me so much trouble and headache. Then now I got this that in comparison works so much better. Of course, I have to say that it's good lah, but I have to be really honest with you. If you just use a robot vacuum, it is good for general maintenance. If you want like deep cleaning, like speckless dust, okay, clean shiny floors of mopping, you still have to do your own, or you hire a domestic helper, or you know, you get external cleaning company to come and do one. Okay, robot vacuum is here to do general maintenance. It's not meant to be like perfect condition, zero dust, zero dirty surface. Okay, it's more like visible surface, all clean. Okay, at least you can accept this kind of living condition. So don't be lazy. If you want deeper clean, please go and do your own general cleaning and don't blame the robot vacuum. So is this Dreame X40 Pro Ultra robot vacuum a good buy? I would say really yes, but I guess the price tag may be a little bit heavy to some of you, which is why I already negotiated for a discount. You can click through my Shopee link here and then apply the promo code. Okay, make sure you apply the promo code, then you can get a few $100s off your purchase of the retail price. If you don't apply, you will charge the original retail price, you know, then you will lose a lot of money now because you didn't use the promo code. So make sure you apply the promo code and click through my link, then got offer. Meanwhile, if you also want to look at other home and renovation series, okay, what have I done for my renovation stage by stage, then you can refer to my previous video right here.